Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our full BZ Plus playthrough, where we are working our way towards space science currently. I was outside logistics range there. I think that's part of the problem. Get that extended all the way up to here for now. Currently we've finished these first two blocks, and now we need these three, and then we'll be done with up to 5 space science a second. So for the really low throughput things, I'm just going to use logistics bots. Anything under, I think, 4 a second or so, I think I'll just use bots. So steel, I'll use bots. Probably batteries, zirconium, titanium, diamonds for sure. A couple green circuits, and then maybe silica. But the silica just comes from stone brick, so that should be its own thing, I guess. Yeah, so this one, we're going to need a ton of graphite. Oh, I guess we need some, what's that called? Tungsten. We've already got the plastic. So we need a belt of iron and graphite coming up from the south. We're going to need a lot of belts, actually. So eventually these will all be upgraded to blue, so we'll have a blue belt of iron. I guess there's a decent amount of room over here because of the row of engines that I removed. So this will be iron, and then we need graphite, which is really low right now. That's not good. What's going on with the old graphite? The issue is ore. Okay. Well, we need to fix that. Graphite's in high demand due to the smelting systems that we have set up. So what's the problem here? No? Just... Oh, wait. This is totally full. So what is the issue? The issue is that I've got a red belt, I guess? That's just not enough? So let me at least upgrade that one to blue. Step 1. Okay. What's up, Dave? Yes and no. I've had this one for about a week now, but relatively new, yes. More like the other one I had wasn't even a chair. I mean, it was technically a chair, but it wasn't a good chair for computing. So I needed a new one. Okay, so that should improve a little bit there. And then over here, if I switch these to the Moho mines that do chunks, we should be able to get another, well, essentially double the output of that. Okay. So we'll do the deep core mining drill. And then bring the chunks over. Chemical plant. Where's our nearest sulfuric? Here we go. Not bad at all. Okay. Ah. Alright, that should help with the issue. What's this one do again? 2.5? So yeah, that's not enough. We need a couple speed modules there. Much, much better. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Oh, hello to you as well. I also have a bunch of plastic we don't need. Okay. So that probably fixes my graphite issue, I hope. They are all running. What's the total here? 77 in, 96 out. We're gonna need some green belts over here eventually. How's our green belt stockpile, by the way? 613, 50 undergrounds, and 50 splitters. Okay. We've actually stopped. Why is that? Excuse me? That's not the same recipe. When did titanium get added into these? Well, that's a bummer. What the heck? I didn't think this mod got an update. I wonder if it was the titanium mod from BZ that added it. I am gonna look into that real quick. I'm gonna pause the recording and check that out. Alright everybody, we're back. We fixed the issue. The BZ mods had changed the recipe in one of the patches and I hadn't noticed, so he added a titanium cost to the green belt and the green underground belt, and also there was a titanium, wait, I thought I fixed that one. Crap. Well, I'm gonna have to go fix that one again. I'm gonna have to pause here, but added the 2219 aluminum alloy. Oh, that's probably in the aluminum patch. Duh, sorry. I didn't do the setting right. I'm not sure if I love these changes because they're not... What was the old cost? Wasn't the old cost already one of these and 10 of these? Oh, and it was a blue belt. So this is instead of a blue belt, I think. I think they always added another express belt into the cost, as well as the gears. And so this is replacing the express belt with aluminum alloy. And the previous one, I'm trying to remember what the cost was here. It was just a bunch of... Was it extra lubricant? Or was this the only cost? I think this was the only cost. So I'm just not sure why adding titanium, you know, that's actually adding a cost and not removing anything. So that doesn't seem balanced to me. If you trust the original mod author to balance their mod the way they want, wouldn't you want to replace a cost with titanium rather than just add titanium on the top? I'm not sure. I'm going to pause it real quick and fix the red ones, even though I'm not going to craft red ones anytime soon. And then I'll be right back. Alright, YouTube peeps, we're back. Got it fixed. So the trick was skipping the recipe in the aluminum mod. And yeah, essentially Brevin replaced the express transport belt cost with 25 of that aluminum alloy or whatever number it was, and same with the underground belt. But as far as I can tell, he just added titanium into the cost of the ultra fast belt, which that's the one where I'm less certain of that being a good decision. I understand replacing the one with aluminum, but in this case he just made these more expensive. Maybe that's the point, I don't know. Either way, we reverted it because I already added a crap ton of cost in via the blue belts. So we're going to leave it that way. And Chansey, welcome! You were playing some Stacklands, that's fun. I'm gonna wait. It sounds like they're doing some more updates on Stacklands, so I'm gonna wait until they release another one to play it again, but the island update was pretty fun. And I am going to go ahead and take a few stacks of these just for when and if I need them, because 90 items a second is a pretty nice thing to have. Let me be clear about that one. It is fast. Well, Dave, it's what I've done, but I don't love it because it's one mod changing another mod rather than a person changing a mod. And the difference is that if, like, you're essentially saying as a mod maker, I don't think that mod's expensive enough, but then what if they go and push an update that makes their thing more expensive or balanced, and then yours is still adding on top of it? It just feels a bit, you know, like, I don't know. If you're going to make a mod that is supposed to, in general, play nice with other mods, you probably shouldn't change the balance of other mods. It's one thing for a person to individually change the cost, but a whole mod changing the cost, then it's like a little bit of a conflict of, well, what if someone didn't want that increased cost? And now Brevon's mod is forcing it to be even more expensive, whereas a lot of the other changes Brevon has made are more like equal cost. So I don't know, maybe I mean, in general, the BZ mods do make things harder because a lot of the recipes for things require new stuff, you know, like lead and solder instead of just iron pipes. So I guess there's a lot of places things are more expensive. I don't know, maybe it's not crazy. It just feels like you'd replace the iron gears instead of adding on top of them. Maybe that's all I'm thinking. In any case, I need to finish this build. And that's what we are here to do. So we were bringing up the iron, and then we're going to bring up the graphite. That was the next thing. And where even was that? Over here? These are going to be some long belts. And then I do need titanium and diamonds, so we're going to bring that belt up. I do need lead and tin. We really need to bring up most of these belts, and I need aluminum, so... See, this is part of the problem. I might as well just bring the whole bus around, you know? It's like we need half the belts on the entire freaking bus. But... we're building it over here. I guess a few of them I could bring up right by this science. Let's do this. Okay. I think 6 belts is going to be close to all we need. So there's iron. Aluminum total need is small, I think. 8, yeah. Aluminum need is small, so that'll be half. Copper is large-ish, so that will be a full. Graphite's a full. Okay, something needs to mix with that aluminum. Okay, good. And then we do need some steel, right? Yep, we need some steel. How about I have that mixed with the aluminum? That's this one. Got some serious spaghetti going on here. And then I wanted the titanium diamond one. And alumina, zirconia, and tungsten. We need those 3. And a couple green circuits, I guess. I mean, we can make those on site with the other things we have easily enough. Hmm. I'm doing this very strangely, but it will work. Oh gosh, will it work? I guess we'll find out. Yes, it will. This is janky, but it works. Okay, so there's that, and then we need another belt, which is going to be over here. And that's going to be the diamond. Actually, this one's right here, so we'll just make it easy on ourselves. We'll do the zirconia plus tungsten. And then we need titanium and diamond on another one. Coming from over here, and that comes from the left anyway, which is right here. Okay. All right. Is that it? I want to say I'm missing something. Oh, alumina. You know, maybe I'll replace... What's the lowest throughput? I think diamonds is the lowest of everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace diamonds with alumina. I know I said I was going to use logistics bots, but then I kind of started doing this and it wasn't very difficult, so... Here we are. So we'll do this. There we go. Okay. All right. So that should get me all of the solids minus the stone and coal that we need for rocket science. No, whatever. Yeah, it's true that BZ mods can shake up the difficulty, and that's totally up to Brevin to do. I mean, lots of mods do that. I just think it was kind of a strange, like, he's adding a cost to the first tier, but not the other tiers, versus swapping things out. And I feel like generally the MO of the BZ pack is not to add costs, but to change costs. It's more about using the new materials to sometimes even cheapen the cost, but at the expense of complexity. At least so far, that's been the primary thing. I'm wondering, I know Brevin is watching some of these videos, so he might have just seen my rebalancing of ultimate belts and thought, you know what, these aren't expensive enough. So it's possible I'm at fault for this myself. I don't know if he saw that video or not. You know, we're gonna do this the easier way. I guess my thought is the best solution. I guess it's not that there's anything wrong with what's happened. I would think the best solution is that the ultimate belt mod maker would make the green belts slightly more expensive to actually respect the fact that they're twice as fast as the other belt, and that's a massive upgrade. And then you wouldn't, and then the BZ mod would only maybe switch something out for titanium rather than needing to actually make it more expensive. So it's more like, I don't think BZ should need to be the one to rebalance it, but potentially he looked at it and saw it was too cheap and said, I will be the one to rebalance it. I don't know. Again, I'm just making guesses here. Mod makers are free to make their mods as they wish. Okay. So that's a mess, but it's connected. And what's on the... Okay, there we go. So I need to pick up all the diamonds here. Until we see alumina. There we go. And yeah, we're gonna need to train in some stone and some coal for the, well, for a couple things, but this guy I should be able to finish without any of that stuff, right? I think so. Okay, so let's get started. Oh boy. The plastic is coming in from the side. Oh yeah, that rocket fuel's going to the base. I haven't really decided where the silo's gonna be. Maybe over here? I don't know. Kind of seems like it's all about the same. Maybe we'll just do the silo down here somewhere. Leave some room for belt spaghetti here. And the silicon, I think I might reverse the direction on that one to be coming down this way. Which is prone for mistakes here. But I think I got it. Okay, so silicon's gonna come down. Now this is kind of a bit of a mess. Well, that's an understatement. I think we'll start with the end and work our way back. It's kind of my go-to. These are not aligned properly, which is its own issue. Huh. So we're gonna get slightly less. Maybe I'm okay with that. So the other ones start here. Okay. So we'll do that. Yeah, I guess I haven't left much space for beacons here. How many is that? That is 11. Yeah, we're gonna need more than that. Okay. We have a bit more distance we can take advantage of here. So 11, 12, 14. We'll go with 16 because of the reduced beacons there. And we need 5 inputs, which is really annoying. That means we're going to have to do the whole all underground thing. No, that goes up, and this one goes down. Okay, so copy those. Copy that. It's the close ones. Flip it. And then... there we go. Okay. That should do it. 3.58, very small amount out. Never gonna have to worry about half of the belt for that one. Of course, this stole speed modules. Still looking... I haven't heard anyone ever comment on it, so I presume it doesn't exist. I'm still looking for that mod that says inserters cannot remove modules from beacons. I would really like to have that. It would be very nice. Now, power is going to be an issue. So what I might do... all of these inputs are really small amounts, so I can move these to be out of the way. Like that. Although I guess I already have that half covered. Maybe it's this half that's more important. Well, we can do both. There we go, and there. Okay. And then get those configured so they're picking up from close. Looks good. Okay, cool. So that's that finished. Let me copy that, get it built. Also, this is 1 square too far. Cool. All right, now we just need to get all those things built, which is the problem. Wafers are needed in 2 spots, which is red and blue chips. And then cables needed in green, red, and MEMS modules. Blah. MEMS modules are used, or gyroscopes, they're used in the RCUs, and I think that's it. And where does graphene show up? It's just a part of the cost. B. Jonas, that's just because of the tiling of this. I wanted it to tile nicely. And I don't think the height of this... Yeah, it's not a even multiple of 3, so having a gap doesn't actually change the total amount of beacons that would affect buildings. At least I think that's true. Because if I didn't tile it, eventually these would line up with the furnaces, and then the furnaces wouldn't be affected by 4. So I think you'd actually end up with less sometimes. It might average out to the same thing, but it definitely wouldn't be consistent. Because every third chunk, these would line up, and you'd only have 1, 2, 3 affecting that one, 3 affecting that one, and 3 affecting that one. So... anyway, graphene we haven't made. Yeah, for the I don't really care about these as much because these are just I can just add more of these if I need them. It was more for this build over here, and I'm just sharing the beacons on the left side. It's close to optimal, slightly less than optimal, because these are going to line up here and affect a couple fewer, but it's fine. This one's way easier to just copy 2 more buildings, which is what I did. I have 16 instead of 14. So I think I'll do blue circuits and speed modules kind of in the same place. And I'll put them on 2 sides of the same belt. And I think that will work. If I do this right. So it's telling me I need 4... and I will have full beaconing. I will do 5 just so that I don't need a ton of extra beacons on the bottom. I don't have to waste all those. Because I would need, I don't know, 4 more beacons. And I think it's cheaper to just add 1 more building. And then speed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right that I need that many? I guess it is. We do need 2.5 a second. 7. Oh, those don't have any modules in them. They have the beacons, but if I were to also put modules in the buildings, we only need 5. Okay. So I'll just leave it at 6. That's easy enough. And we do have 4 ingredients, so we're gonna do this. This side's gonna look exactly the same. These are gonna look the same. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, there's only 3 ingredients. Sorry. We'll do 1 full belt of green chips. Let's see, we'll copy that, and then we'll copy this. But I don't need that one. And now I don't remember which side of the belt. I need to memorize that stuff. If you're inserting vertically, which side does it end up on? I think it's the right side, but there's a 50-50 shot I'm wrong, because I literally have no idea. But we'll make sure that one's the right side. And then do that, copy, remove the top. That should be good. Okay. So blue and speed are done. Now we need the things that feed into those. This is nice because it can just do that. Blue and speed need wafer, red, and green. So we'll do wafer, red, green in that order. Green is a tiny amount, like minuscule amount. It's crazy how fast green chips happen. Red chips, on the other hand, not so much. So these will be red circuits. It's claiming I need 14 of them. With way too many ingredients. That needs its own belt. Technically, plastic needs its own belt. We're gonna have to do 2 rows of these. Or use green belts, I guess, is the alternative. Do I want to spend some greenies? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lanes. I need 7 lanes in. Other alternative is I just space them out, which is pretty annoying, but that can work. Lose a lot of beacon efficiency that way. I could feed copper directly, but then I lose an entire row of beacons, which is probably, copper doesn't need, or copper wire cable doesn't need many beacons, but then I need a lot more modules. There's so many ways to do this. I'm not sure of the right one. I'm just gonna double down and do this. And then I don't have to worry about it. So essentially now all these numbers are cut in half in terms of throughput. So we do only need 1 lane for each. Also, look at that copper cable number. That is almost as close to exactly 45 as you're ever going to get with a nice output number like 5. It's crazy that that works out to exactly, you know, almost a blue belt of copper cable. So anyway, let's get these moduled up. The reason I'm modulating these now is so that I don't have to worry about using a billion at once when I actually start this running, because my base can make a bunch of modules now. So I want it to be spending them now. Okay, so that is a chunk of 4. And we should just be able to go 8, 12, 16, and call it a day. And then green circuits. I'm actually having a thought of how I could have done this. I could have put green circuits on the output belt from the top because two of their ingredients are the same, being cable, although we would need even more cable. I guess I don't know. Having lots of thoughts, but this is fine. So I think I will put a few copper cable here. I might need 4. I'm not really sure because we're gonna have to have some go to green and some go to red. And some go to MIM's gyroscope, but that's a tiny amount. Should I do wafers here? Yeah, we'll do wafers. I don't know why I deconstructed the buildings. We still need them. Silicon wafer. Solid out, solid in. So I think I'll just do that. And that. So what is that? 8? We only need 4. Cool. Overbuilt that. And we need more RoboPort action here. Okay. Man, this is a lot. A lot of stuff going on here. Okay. So got that done. I really should get termites. I still haven't done termites. Okay, so wafers, we should figure out the inputs here. One entire belt is just going to be wire. We'll call it that one. This one, well, 2 are going to be half and half, right? No, we said one entire one is going to be... Oh, they can all be half and half because we're cutting it in half, the amount here. Right. So in that case, might be easiest to mix wafers with wire. This will be a full belt of wire, and then we'll have a different belt of wire that goes to green circuits. Okay. So this will be a full belt of wire. Coming in from there. This will be... It's probably an easier way to do this. Where are my hotkeys? 2. There we go. Okay. So, let's just go a little further. Decomplicate things a bit. As far as blue in... wait, where are most of these reds going? Why do I need 17? Hold on. Oh, yeah, because of the Speedy Boys. These only require 3 inputs. The green is going to be higher. So the green will get its own belt. And then wafers will be on the bottom of this belt. So wafers are going to 3 places. Is that right? Yeah, because 2 reds and then here. Okay. Getting there, getting there. Solder is going to be a thing that we have to figure out. Let's go ahead and do copper cable. Get that placed. And we're going to have 1 belt in of copper. At least for now, 2 belts out. Cable. Unless told otherwise. You'll go right, you'll go right, you'll go left, you'll go left. I'm pretty sure that'll do it. I mean, it's already 50, and that's with very few speed modules, so that'll fix that one. And we said 1 belt, literally the full belt goes to the reds, which is there. And then the other one gets split between green circuits, which will be over this way, and the MEMS gyroscope. Okay. So now we've figured out this input, the wafer input, and didn't I do one more? No? What is this? Oh, that's the output of that one. Okay, well, plastic needs to meet, I guess, with green circuits or solder. Doesn't really matter which. Maybe plastic will come up on the left. That makes more sense. So this will be plastic. Is that the only place plastic is needed? I believe so. So I'm not quite ready to let the inputs propagate. So I'm going to stop that right in front of the splitter. And then we've got the wire set up. Copper will be in. This is silicon in. And then finally, this last belt is going to be solder and green circuits. So green circuits is next. Okay. Now, why am I doing it this way? I don't know, just because I can. I could definitely make this more efficient if I were to space them out differently, do multiples in the same column, kind of thing. But there's something methodical about this that I like. Okay, and this is 4 in, 1 out. Did we already do something like that? I mean, it's pretty much the same as this, minus the... this one. So we can just do that. And change it. Green. Though we do need both sides of the belt. And how many? Oh gosh, we only need 1.11. We'll just go with... I'll go with 3. That's still going to be overkill probably, but... With literally 0 speed modules and tier 2 prod, we already get 11 per second. And that already gets us up to 26, so... With a couple more here... We are at 48. Yeah, far more than we need. And that's not even with speed 3. Cool. I will make sure that one gets split, though. to both sides. Don't think it matters. Okay, so green circuits, we said we're going into 2 places. What was this? Wafers and cable? You already got that all set up. Okay, so then this is going to be like green circuits and something else. This spaghetti is going to get increasingly ugly. Okay. Alright, so that's greens. And then we need to have another split because these also go to blues. And... yeah, that's right. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll put an underground there, and then this guy will actually just connect to here. Because we want greens on their own belt, and then reds and wafers. And that only needs reds and wafers, so that's good. Get those all moduled out. Okay. Let's power some things up here. Robot coverage, always important. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Green circuits needed how much of a belt of wire? Full one. Oh. You know what? We are going to need 3 in just because of the amounts. So wire will just go in there. And maybe I'll do the gyroscopes behind, I don't know. But this will have to be... Actually, we have a bit of an issue with greens. Because we need more than half a belt. We're going to have to use a green belt, or we're going to have to get creative. Given the small amount here, I think I'll just use a green belt. Because we don't need a ton of green belts. So we can just do that, and then this will be the copper, or sorry, iron and graphite. And those can each take an entire blue belt. And then the last thing for greens was the solder. Yeah, okay. Okay, so iron comes over. And then graphite. Okay. Check and mate. Oop. Oh crap, I meant to deconstruct that. Give that back. You weren't supposed to get that yet. I think the ultimate belts have a slightly longer deconstruction time than the regular belts, and that threw me off. Am I crazy or am I correct? Definitely correct. Okay. Sometimes I'm crazy, though. Just not in this case. Okay, so we got the Ultra Bell. That's good. We're almost there, actually. Believe it or not. Actually hard to believe. Surmat is just kind of almost an afterthought, and I'm gonna leave it that way. We're literally gonna put Surmat like down here somewhere, or just near all the ingredients. We're only gonna need one building for it. It's such a small amount. And same with the gyroscopes. Honestly, I can do 2 or 3 buildings. They don't have to be perfectly surrounded by beacons. Graphene, I might try to align with some beacons. Maybe we can do graphene over here. It's going to be a little iffy because that's all the space we get. But it only has 1 input and 1 output. So I can probably do something like that. I don't know. We'll figure that out in a minute. For now, let me do solder as the final thing, I believe. That's over here. And of course, these tile differently, but 2 buildings, or yeah, we'll just do 3. Should be plenty. And maybe I'll do 4 for symmetry. Neum and neum. I will do some undergrounds just to make it easy to put, what are those called? Substations in. And then this will be my... That only goes to one place. I don't need a splitter. There. This one, I'm just going to hook it up now. I'm pretty sure we got that right. I don't need lead and tin anywhere else on here. Did I need lead and tin anywhere else? I guess I need a tiny amount. And a little bit of lead for that. We already set that up, though, so that's fine. That's coming off the bus in a different spot. Okay. So that's that. This is this. These are those. And everybody's happy. That'll go up there. You're the other one that needed solder. Gosh. Okay, this is the spaghetti we really have to figure out here. What's happening again? This is where actually saturating the belt could be nice. Okay, so greens are from the right on, I'll call that input 2. From the left on input 3 is plastic, and from the left on input 2 is going to be solder. So solder is here and here. So this is solder. Okay. That's solder. I think that's good to go. Okay, so this has everything but copper, so we need our copper input. Let's get that set up. There we go. Okay. And we'll let that propagate at least to here for a moment. And so that's good. This is good. Silicon. Where's our silicon? Oh, it's up here, right? I'll just have it go along the plastic. Okay. So silicon's hooked up once I have stone and coal coming in from the top, which, yes, we will need a train for that. Probably not going to finish this in this episode. That's kind of a bummer. I was hoping to get there. But we still have quite a few things to set up and connect, and just a lot. I can probably finish this out. Maybe. You know what I might do is actually align them this way, and then I can tile it vertically and just have a few more of them, and that should be plenty. Oh, they have the expensive ones. Go a little cheaper on that. So that gets us 2.458. So one more of these and we should be good. 576. Yep. 5.6. Okay. Just enough. And then graphite just needs to split off. We did have a split from graphite. Good. And come up. And then graphene goes into these. Is that right? Yeah. So we'll have that be one of the ones that comes in from this side. We'll go in with the graphite, out with the graphene. I could have made this look a lot cleaner if I removed or just even moved some RoboPorts. Like I could just make that all one belt. And then freeze myself in place. Okay, so sulfuric we already have somewhere. Where is it? Still over here. Okay. There's sulfuric for that one. Sulfuric also shows up twice. Unfortunately, it's in the middle of a belt. It should be okay. Okay. I think sulfuric's all hooked up where it needs to be. And we're almost there. So let's at least let these guys run for a second. We'll hook up the connections we already have done, so we can see some amount of success before we finish the episode. You know what? The inputs aren't enough. That's funny. I didn't really consider that. That could be a reason to have 4 of them, honestly. So I don't have to deal with the inserter craziness. Okay, well those are working. Green circuits are flowing. Red circuits are missing plastique and solder. And these are missing silicon, that's right. Let's just hand feed that a little bit so it can run. Just make sure red circuits are good and also blue circuits are good. And we'll finish the rest in the next one. Hey, Emu Bob, thanks for pointing that out. I didn't forget it, I just don't have water hooked up anywhere yet, so... I mean, it's not going to take long. I literally just have to do this. But I hadn't actually forgotten it. It was in my brain. I just didn't say anything about it. So it is fair of you to assume I had forgotten. Okay, red circuits are running. Beautiful. And we are doing sides of the belt properly with the modules, so that's all good. Cool. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of the input already figured out. And now these are running. Beautiful. Let me hook the rest of them up. Uh-oh. I screwed that up. Big time. Hold up. They are... Wait, how did I screw this up? Oh, there's supposed to be a gap between them. That's what's wrong. That should tile correctly. There we go. Alright, so there's the graphene going strong. And speed modules aren't running because these stole all the red circuits, or I guess wafers. But once we get silicon running, that'll be good. So I am going to call it an episode there. So for all of you on YouTube, as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.